Bună seara, lume, și bine v-am găsit cu un nou video. Acest video e special pentru un prieten, pentru un coleg de basket. M-a rugat să fac meciul Miami Heat contra Los Angeles Clippers și o să-l fac. Îi place foarte mult LeBron James.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports. This is the NBA. Hi everyone, Kevin Holland alongside my broadcast partner Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. It's great to have you with us. We got a chance now for our starting lineup from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. First for the Heat,
Mario Chalmers și Dwayne Wade ca conducători. Pivotul este Chris Bosh, iar extremele sunt LeBron James și Nesson. La Clippers e Chris Paul și JJ Redick, ca pivot de Andre Jordan, iar extremele Gerald Dudley și Blake Griffin. Să începem.
21-9 against the East and a bunch of highlight real plays along the way.
Now here's Paul.
Food.
It's stolen by Wade. Chalmers passed away. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Wade's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Heat. And for the Clippers against the East, they had a winning record against every division out there. That's exactly what any coach would like for at the start of the season.
And you remember the Clippers went on that big streak in December, and I think the early part of the season they won 17 games in a row. A lot of those games out on the road back east. So I thought that established the tone for the Clippers for last year.
Need to work.
Clippers gain possession.
My God.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, I caught up with Doc Rivers for a minute. We talked about the strategy.
În acest video mai vorbim și despre unele anunțuri. Mă scuzați când am pus următoarele videouri cu episodul 3 cu seria de NBA 2K14 Association cu Indiana Pacers.
Following the basket by Chris Paul. LeBron shot is off.
Nu prea am avut timp cu școala, cu toate astea.
LeBron said last year that that's what Kevin Durant does with him. I think he works as hard as he does, knowing that Durant is coming to try to take his spot as the best player in the league.
And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And stolen by LeBron. Trips down the breakaway slam.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it. And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Now the Clippers with it. And going back to LeBron for the time being, he's solidifying Clark is standing. I think everyone would agree he's the best player in the NBA.
Ooh, slam shake gosh.
One of only 5 players in league history to win that many. One of only a few players to be both
N-a fost foul. What? Eu am înțeles că a fost foul. Și am văzut.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. Their team has a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game. A potential momentum builder.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare, then the Pacers really took them deep, all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Paul kicks to Redick. Back to Paul. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defensive back, Paul's got his second basket of the night. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test it seemed.
They should have timeout.
Or go home against them. It almost seemed Clark to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an intricate itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
Darren Collison, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year the alley-oop and the against Indiana just almost put his head on the rim. Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility. He can wall you up and lock you down and put you away.
Chalmers dishes to LeBron. Haslam, that's good.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat. Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with
și apropo pentru colegul de care am făcut videoclipul. Am ales să joc cu Miami Heat, nu să-i las pe ei să joace.
19 seconds left to play in the first. It's and here we go, fast break. LeBron's got it. Powerful one-handed slam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine. Easy look there, but you know, he misses those once in a while.
Rota prima de priză.
The end of the first quarter. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over. Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Hey guys, well for Doc Rivers, the former Boston Celtics head coach and now new Los Angeles Clippers head coach, and certainly a tough emotional choice for Rivers to move on. His quote saying, I always knew when I took the job with Boston that I would love the Celtics. I knew I would love the tradition and the players, but I had no idea how much I would fall in love with the city and the people in it. Honestly, I get emotional thinking about it. I will cherish every single moment I had in Boston. And guys, hopefully that love returned by the hometown faithful.
Well, Rose, that fan passion can go both ways sometimes. You have to take the good with the bad. Allen, guarded by Crawford. Allen kicks to Battier from the arc. Back to Allen. For the three. Gets the bucket. Allen's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that. You know, for a long time, people would look at Staples as the Lakers' home, where the Clippers just happened to be sharing space. But the Clippers let everybody know that they called this Staples Center home as well last year. I thought they were a force in front of their rabid fans. You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Crawford passes to Jordan, and that one's good. Jordan's got 6 points.
Timeout.
As you said, the Clippers really starting to make waves on the landscape here in LA as they surpass the Lakers in wins last
Mi-a zis unul dintre voi la comentarii să fac FIFA 14 ca vine nou cu s-ar putea să mă apuc. Nu sunt sigur.
Make a play that ignites the crowd.
face.
And some new additions this year, new coaching staff. You know, they have a lot going on for this Clipper team.
Now here's Crawford after the miss from Cole. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Jamison dishes to Crawford. And it's It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
What? Înțeles, Vasile.
Dudley, the Republican shot from the wing. The Heat leading by 5. And Cole kicks to Lewis. Takes the lead pass. Ray Allen is on the wing. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really not hard to argue that Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters of all time, but with his ability to stay healthy and still contribute, how much longer can he play? I mean, that shot isn't going away anytime soon, fellas.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Antoine Jameson. We talked about the longevity of Ray Allen. He's had some
Au și jucători foarte buni. Los Angeles Clippers. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Crawford. Jucători foarte buni.
Both from him and, of course, whoever's guarding him as well.
Crawford's shot is good.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
He kicks to Allen. Betty outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Lewis. From 13 feet, it goes down. Lewis has got 5.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got. You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, almost an unbelievable stat, but back in 2007, LeBron finished the season shooting almost 48% from the field. Since then, he's improved his field goal percentage every single season for 6 straight years. Last season, shooting over 56%. A lot of that has been his dedication to playing closer to the basket. LeBron famously said of posting that quote, "There's nothing fun about it." But since he's made that commitment, Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "He has completely transformed himself as a basketball player. And in the process, he has completely transformed us." 2 titles back to
That's why he's a champion, Doris. Thanks.
Yeah, such an amazing talent. He impacts the game in every way.
Anthony, the basket. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the dish to Dudley. Paul, right side. Rebounded by Anthony. The Heat leading by 7. Beasley outside. Here's Anthony. Tipped away. And stolen by Jordan. That'll do it for the first half.
Gata, și a doua repriză, pauză. Cel mai bun jucător LeBron James.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
You know, when something works, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
Now here's LeBron. Chalmers dishes to Bosch. That is good.
Bine, Bosch.
Bosch has got the first bucket of the third here for the Heat.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Ball goes in, and that basket's going to come. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
The Heat by 7. Here's Bosch. Blake Griffin pulls it in. And mismatch is really what make an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, you know, with their sheer talent at times, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter play with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but, you know, for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
Here's Bosch. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Bosch has got 4 this quarter.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Griffin kicks it up. Paul. A three ball. But they'll get another chance. Here's Jordan. A soft touch off the glass. Jordan's got 10.
You know, he's really adept at keeping possessions alive.
Só se tem Heslam com o Beasley.
Cashing in on some of those putbacks. And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the top of a defender for some monster throwdowns. I mean, we're talking about posterization with capital letters.
And Miami making a change here. Beasley's checked in. And there's the call by the official. They'll pop the basket here following the goaltending call.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication, has really become an outstanding coach.
That's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here. Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
Clippers trail by 7, and back to Coach Eric Spoelstra. As a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Now here's Wayne, following the miss by Griffin. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Hey, last season Chalmers missed a game-winning shot. That happens to a lot of guys in this league, but what he did the next game is of note. He made 10 threes, and arguably his best game ever, as he set a Miami Heat team record for makes beyond the arc.
Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Unloads from 13. Miami leading by 9. Target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Mario Chalmers grew up in Alaska. Not too many NBA players hailing from up there, taken with the 34th pick back in 08.
Played his entire career with the Heat, and really it was a perfect situation for him when LeBron arrived, because he's a kind of a combo guard, plays the point, but he's an excellent spot-up shooter. They can play off of LeBron and Wade quite well.
Here's Paul after the made shot from Mark. And that one's good, Barnes.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face.
Barnes against LeBron. And that one is stuck right through.
LeBron.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation, because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Here's Paul. He's got 8.
There's 6 points on consecutive
Just got the 3, huh?
They're finding holes in this defense. It should be easy to correct.
Nu, de ce trebuia să dau lui Boss?
The drive by Jordan. Barnes feeds it to Paul. Puts it up from 12. Second chance effort. And you know that's going to be good, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes. It should be the last possession of the quarter if they play it right. And if their clock management is good, it will be. Solid on the one hand.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Teren, n-a fost teren.
Kevin, he's such a reliable finisher.
Off target. It's still
Gata, și a 3-a repriză și urmează ultima repriză.
We've got And a great game. We'll be back the fourth quarter of action getting started. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned
Am
most of those
obostină
turnovers
cu
into points.
postura de Andre Jordan.
Is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
The drive by Wade.
Foc.
And Kevin, he's
Dunk
really
peste
solidified
Blake
his role as a
Griffin.
closer on this team. You know, Miami struggled to figure out whether they'd go to LeBron or Bosh or Wade at first. I think Wade has become the guy.
Well, I tell you what, it's nice to have two guys that are capable of closing, Steve. And I agree with you, though. His aggressiveness and confidence probably give him a slight edge in closing over LeBron. You can play great defense on him, but he still typically finds a way to get the shot he wants. Been a stellar outing in this one for Jordan. He's got 14 points and a couple of nice steals, too.
I had no idea we'd be seeing a performance like this one today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Paul's checked in.
De ce trebuie să-i dau mereu lui
This might
Bosh?
hurt. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a two-possession game.
On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Good and
Cum?
the assist.
Adică LeBron i-a contestat aruncarea și a dat.
Defensively, they played with
Inteligent.
high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen really a result of that aggressiveness.
Hai că se
Something
nervează
that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
What a display of offense
Strong
we've seen
match.
today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Out of bounds.
What?
The Clippers take possession.
Oh, oh, oh.
Now he's checked in for Dwayne Wade.
De ce trebuia să facă el Eurostep?
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Crawford. Here's Jordan, and it's blocked. The drive by LeBron. Gets it to
Bine,
go.
bine.
And now a three-point Heat lead.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
And the Clippers call time here. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Miami. Let's go quickly over to Dorisburg for an update.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to pull a shot closer and try to foul them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's Chalmers. Following the shot by Chris Paul.
He's a good player, guys. I mean, he's giving away a lot of
Ești praf, mă.
still finds a way to win those rebound battles.
Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. From deep LeBron, but they get it back. That's the 3-fly.
Bine, mă.
It's good. And the Heat lead by 4.
He's not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when he's got
Când ducem cu 4 puncte.
And it's out of
Ce-a
bounds.
făcut
The
ăla?
Heat will take it the other way.
huge turnover there and at a bad time, too.
Crystal
Offense
fail.
value every possession.
Încet, e
1:30
bun.
left in the fourth quarter. The feather touch on the
Încet.
finger roll. Beautiful. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter.
Așa că
His leg. And the ref saying he kicked it.
trebuia să te bagi și tu în cap.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Așa că...
By Paul. And the slam by
Eroare.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Now the pass to Bosh. Kicks it out to LeBron. Lets it go with the three. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. .106 left in the fourth quarter. Knocked away. Stolen by Chalmers. Gives him the lead pass. And
LeBron.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there.
Cât vertical? 31 row.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Man, what a time.
LeBron is on fire.
Turn it into a slam at the other end.
Clippers with the ball. After the Heat pick up 2. Here's Crawford.
No go, yeah.
And now they try to score.
Well, the bounce pass was the key to the play.
So they foul intentionally. Ball with the
No,
steal.
no, no,
Well, you
no,
gotta
no.
be dead on with that pass. With that distance, especially, it's impossible to catch otherwise.
Hi, hi.
Beasley with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively.
Out.
And it's Beasley finishing it off. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that
And
jam.
I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with the
Correct.
ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
It's in!
Oh, ho, ho.
Example right there, guys, of how even as their league grew into a big one, they never
LeBron is on
started coasting.
fire.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in.
LeBron is on
20
fire.
seconds left in the game.
Bă, dar le bag Crawford într-una și mă enervează. Ce să mai facem?
They're on cloud nine.
What an atmosphere here. This is incredible. Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game. And
Nu
try
le
to
la
get the ball
pe
back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
Nice work there. Steps up, knocks him down, and makes it a 2-possession game.
Nu,
3 from Dudley. And it's Wade with the rebound.
nu mai aveți ce
And so
face.
they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Here's Paul.
O să căca pe el.
Crawford outside. Front past the arc. Off the mark. And so it's Miami.
Și gata, video-ul. Player of the match este LeBron James. Cu plăcere, Mihnea, pentru video, ți-am făcut video cum mi-ai cerut. Alăturați-vă națiunii dând un like pe Facebook și un subscribe pe YouTube. Pa!